This is a special thank you to Sue Dunlop, who facilitated our EdIntent mentorship in-service yesterday and actually started off with this Chalk Talk activity, which went really well with what I was thinking of doing for our social studies activity today. So I changed things around after listening to Sue yesterday, and we tried Chalk Talk all about myths. So basically every group got a big piece of chart paper with markers for each of them, and the rules were they could write down anything that they knew about myths. I also included that they could draw them if they wanted, because they do have some reluctant writers, and even by allowing them to draw and label some pictures really kind of picked up their input into the myth writing experience. And I noticed that a lot of them that did start with drawing actually added in some captions and information and stuff as well. So they quickly started to do some more writing too. But basically, they would write anything down that they wanted. They could write questions to each other, but they could not talk at all. I also listened to Sue's words of wisdom and gave them more than what I was going to give. I was going to give them 5 minutes, and I actually increased it to what amounted to about 15 minutes. And giving them that little extra time really pushed them to go a little bit deeper and to give a few more ideas. So I've just hung up right now some of their thinking, and basically what they did is after they got the chance to write down what they thought they knew, I gave each of them a special surprise bag that had a myth inside, as well as a link to a Pinterest page with some various myths that they could read and look at and watch and listen to. And they had to go back, and then they could add or change anything they wanted by crossing it off or making some changes. A few of them actually decided to do an extra piece of paper where they added to it. But as you can see here, and this is the part that they added, this was kind of an interesting one because they didn't like all of the different myths. So it was neat to see their thinking afterwards. They didn't just write down what they saw, but they even had here caution, do not watch, and gave some of their thinking about the myths as well. So you got a little bit deeper into their thoughts behind what they did. This one, as you can see, there's some writing as well as drawing as well as labeling. So they had kind of a combination of things, and then it evolved a little bit from there. This one, again, you've got kind of some drawing and writing, tons of different lists happening here, a few different ideas, even some questions and answers. This one has some variation as well in terms of the types of ideas of what they've put down. You can see that they've crossed a few things off as they went back again. Did some watching. This one, they didn't totally finish, but this was after they had actually received the books and the Pinterest page link. They went back in and they started to write down their questions and answers too, which they can continue to add as we continue to explore myths. And then this one, you can see that there's a ton of different pictures, as well as some individual words, as well as a combination of words from there. So thank you very much, Sue, for really getting our ideas going and for getting all students involved in some inquiring without any talking at all, and with really getting them focused and excited about a new topic for language.